She had her first World Cup start at age 15. Now Mikaela Shiffrin is one of the hottest young skiers on the U.S. ski team. She is the youngest American to win a World Cup title. Now she has her sights on an Olympic gold. Let's get to know Mikaela Shiffrin. We're at the bottom of Copper Mountain. Mikaela Shiffrin has just finished her training run right here. How was your Super G training today?
It was pretty awesome. It's good to get on Super G skis, and I haven't had that much time on them, so it's cool to just get on them and feel my way down the hill.
You have been so amazing, so solid technically, and even more so mentally at such a young age. It's so impressive. And so it's so easy to look up to you because you're so young.
Yeah, to be 18 and have accomplished what I have and still be looking forward to hopefully more success this year and years to come, but then I can relate to the younger athletes a lot better too, because I was just there like 2 years ago. So I think it's nice for them because they see me and they're like, well, she got there, why can't I?
It's tangible.
Yeah.
Because you did it, right? So many of the coaches have said that you're able to think of so many things technically when you're going down, like at the top. What do you think of, and how do you meld them into just one thing to think about?
Well, yeah, normally I just think about a feeling that I like. Like in slalom, the feeling that I get when I'm skiing my best is dancing. It's the only word that I can think about. For the most part, I think about that one feeling when I'm going out of the gate, and then as I go down the course, it's like little checkpoints, and it just flashes off in my head, and I remember what I'm supposed to do. So it's not like I'm thinking about it, it's just like I know that I'm supposed to do it.
So what would you tell like 11 and 12-year-old boys and girls to think about maybe technically?
Well, I think it's important when you inspect courses to think about what you should be doing technically at a certain point. So there's always like normally 3 to 5 gates that are the gates you should be focusing on in a course. And on those gates, when you're inspecting, you should try to imagine yourself skiing the perfect turn through that gate. And that's something that helps no matter what you're working on technically. Really try to imagine yourself doing it right when you're inspecting, and then go do it when you're actually training.
So really what Mikaela is saying is that you have to be smart. It's a lot of tactics, right? You're just explaining that and really preparing and knowing.
Yeah, no, there's a ton of tactics involved in everything, but it's also, you have to be able to basically choose the line you want to take and then accept that you're not going to be taking that line. Like in courses, GS and slalom, obviously that's what I race. I'll choose my line, basically choose what I think is going to be fastest, and then it's almost never that way when I'm actually skiing. So it's basically, inspection is useful as trying to visualize your first training run, and then you can go race the course and know that it's not really going to be perfect, but it could be faster, because you never really know what's fast until you get to the finish.
And it's the intention, you know, that's what you're working, thinking about. So, okay, so what are your goals in Sochi? I know. I don't know. That's an easy question, isn't it?
I mean, everybody's going to win gold, so I guess I should say that too. I want 2 gold medals, but there's still so many races between now and then. So I'm kind of trying to taper my energy a little bit so that I can be good for Sochi, but also be good for all the races in between now and then and the races after. And I'm trying to be efficient with my time, efficient with my energy, and just keep building my technique and my speed throughout the season. But I know that it's going to be a lot of work to try to win a gold there. So that's the goal. I mean, we're going to these races to win.
Yeah. Okay, I want to just go back to when you were little. I heard that when you were 5 and 6 and 7, you'd come down and you always would have a quiet upper body. Did you get that when you were little? Because right now you're just so quiet, and I think it's a great attribute for your ski racing, but also when people look at you and the little kids look at you, they try to emulate that technique.
Yeah, that was the first thing I heard ever when I learned how to ski, is my dad and mom saying, knees to skis, hands in front. So it's pretty much saying get forward with your knees and your feet and get your arms out in front, and that's like the center of balance position. So that's kind of been my mantra.
Yeah. So do you want to tell the world anything? I mean, for me, you're such a role model to my kids and to so many young ski racers. I think the other biggest thing that they see is your passion and your work ethic, and that is just priceless.
Well, yeah, I think one of the biggest things is kind of a misconception is that I've gotten here pretty quickly, and everybody seems really excited about my success, but now they're just trying to replicate it. And I think it's really important for people to realize that it's not just what I've done in the past 2 years. And it's not something that we didn't jot notes down as we went along, because when I was 3, 4, or 5 years old, my parents weren't saying, oh, we're gonna do this because she needs to be a World Cup skier. There's so many things that you just can't replicate, and I think it's important for people to realize that and then carve their own path. Somebody else is gonna come up in a few years and probably do it better than I did. So if you're trying to just replicate what I did, you're always gonna be a step behind. And that's the biggest thing, is I was always like, I'm not trying to copy them, I'm trying to get ahead of them.
Mikaela's tip is to have fun, and you're gonna ski fast.
Right.
And do it your way.
Totally.
Good luck.
Thanks.